Hi, Cappy. Hope you're all doing well. It's good to be back. I know I took a little hiatus there. Um, I am going to be doing personal readings again. So if you look in the description box, I have something going called Express Tarot. It's really set up for every budget. And it's an email tarot, but it is voice activated. So you are going to be hearing me give you the reading directly, like live. So it'll be just like a real reading, except you'll receive it through email. So you can listen to it anytime you want. You can re-listen to it anytime you want. And there'll be a picture of your reading so you can follow along while I'm doing it. All right, I hope some of you take advantage of that. I want to just help out the collective these days. We're all going through a lot. So let's see what Spirit has in store for you for this will be energies September into mid-October, so for the next month or so, since I'm starting out a little late here. We're going to start with a soul card. Beginnings, huh? I cherish all the cycles of my life, and like, look, and there you go. There's the fall foliage coming down off the tree. New beginnings happening. Yes, we are in really good energy now for this. Capricorn, it's just a really good time for you to like start something new. We just had that new moon. Just get something going that's going to pan out for you later. Like, it's time to put the wheels in motion. It's time for the beginning to start. Did that make sense? But anyway, yeah, you have to like make the best of this right now, and you know, make time for it. Make time to like start doing things. I know I have several projects that I want to get going right now, just for this very exact reason, so that when I go into the new year, it'll be much better. I'll be all set up to go, and that's kind of what Spirit is calling for right now with this soul card of beginnings. Okay, so let's get to your spread. We're going to do positive energies, challenges, what you need to make time for, and an outcome card from there. So I did shuffle the cards. Let's get to it. All right, so first, for your positive energies, you have the Page of Swords. I mean, excellent. This is what we're looking for right now. Time to study, take new information in, figure out what you want to do, bring in new ideas, listen to the messages that are coming in for you. All of this energy and this page energy, very new, very fresh. Again, beginnings goes really well with that. Your challenges, the Empress, where to start, how to begin all this, and what you need to make time for. We have the Wheel of Fortune. I'm going to do your 2 outcome cards. And we have the 5 of Cups in there. And once we get this all out, I will give you the full reading and also some clarifiers. All right, so we have 3 outcome cards. Comes out, there's usually 2. Knight of Cups under the deck. Anybody looking for love? New and emotional strength coming in for you. Then we have the 7 of Cups, and we have the Hermit. These are for your outcome cards here. And I'm actually going to pull them out a little bit more. Okay, so basically what this is bringing in, this Page of Swords is saying, like, it's time for you, in order to start a new beginning, you have to know where to begin. And you have to really start looking into things. You have to really start following your intention, your intuition, and your own ideas. Like, if you don't trust what you're thinking, then you're not going to be able to move anything forward. So right now, in the current climate and energies that we're in, There's so much about just new beginnings and how to make, like, we're living in a different world where this just has to, however you're living or working, like, adjustments need to be made to it. You just got to make changes right now. It's just like coming into like a new norm, you know? It's like none of us are digging it that much, but it's happening all the same. It's still going on. So in this respect, this is about gaining new information and listening to your own ideas of what you can do to kind of bring this information forward. What makes sense to you? What feels natural to you? What is going to be something that you can bring forward and give birth to? That's, you know, that's your challenge, sitting in your challenge position there. It's like, how do I do this now? But let's get some clarity on this Page of Swords. Yeah, what brings you joy? Think of the things that bring you joy. These are the ideas that you should be thinking about that can help earn you extra money, or that can just bring more happiness into your life. Like, this could just be about, like, simply about what just brings you joy. What was the things that you wish you could do that make you feel joyful? It's about figuring out how you can make that happen. And it's about just putting that wheel in motion, because if you put it in motion and start manifesting it from this place like it will happen, or I can get it to happen, the pieces will fall in place. I think right now we're just, you know, we're a lot in our heads. You know, I'm a fellow Capricorn. We're just a lot in our heads on how to get this done and not go into a negative, or, you know, I see a lot of posts right now, even with people just getting into, not just negatives, but like poverty mode, you know, like it's not possible anymore. I'm not going to be able to do anything that's fun. I'm not going to be able to make changes like that. Like, you know, that's out of the question. And I don't think it's out of the question at all. I think you just have to change your way of the perspective of what maybe was one way of doing it. You have to find a different way now, or a different, like, you know, how can you do it in, if it's a budget issue, how can you do it in a way that suits your budget? I know, so I just heard somebody who said I'm nothing, you know, so, but, you know, even with nothing, there are free events, there are things you can do that kind of start bringing this forward and just keep that long-term goal. Because once you start getting in the energy flow, the abundance comes. And this is like what this is. The Empress brings abundance. She brings nurturing. She brings birth to these new ideas. So, you know, you may consider this to be a challenge right now, but it's actually just going to be just something that is going to take a little time. I don't know if you see this. This caught my attention on this thing. There's a school of fish behind her. So, you know, you kind of have to, it's like you don't go against the grain. Go, like, even though the grain is uncomfortable, keep moving in the direction that it's kind of bringing you. Stop resisting, because once you start resisting energy, it just gets harder and harder and harder. Mindset is so much about that. Just like, you know, it's like Jesus take the wheel kind of a thing. Like, just be in the energy that you're taken care of, that it's gonna work out. This is what I'd like to do. This is what I want. You know, and then take your actions towards it, which is something it's saying to make time for. But to clarify the Empress, we have the Four of Cups, and again, it's like, you know, dude, take the cup. Don't resist. Like, don't resist this. This is something that maybe seem really difficult, but the more you work against it and the more your mind goes against it, that it's not working, it can't work, it's not possible anymore, all of this stuff, it will make it harder for you to move forward in it. And what you need to make time for is moving forward in it. And this is very second and third chakra always comes up for me in this. Second chakra, your place of creativity. Third chakra, your sense of self. Who am I? What do I want? How can I be happy in this energy? Like, what can I do to make changes in my life that make sense and Yeah, and look what came up to clarify it, the Three of Pentacles, which is community. And if you look at the wheel here, there's actually four pentacles, but this one, there's three dominant pentacles there. So yeah, so threes are always about change, and on those this Three of Pentacles is also about community, and just getting involved with people who have the same interests as you, getting involved in things that maybe you wouldn't have before. And there's a lot of free groups and stuff going on. There's a lot of that. Just to make time for that, and to do something a little out of the box, and you'll get recognition for what you're trying to do, for sure. Let me see, I noticed I can't get my other card in here. Let me see if I pull this out. There we go. Okay. So, for your outcome, you have the Five of Cups, you have the Seven of Cups, and you have the Hermit. So, outcome right now is kind of saying, like, Spirit is kind of saying, like, start thinking about what you need to leave behind. Start thinking about, the thoughts, what brings, whatever brings you into an emotional state that keeps you from moving forward. Make decisions on what can go and what has to stay. Like, you have to start making the decisions on things. You have to start making the decisions on things. Like, in order for things to change, you got to get rid of things. And if this may take, Hermit card comes up, this may take some time and contemplation. Go through your finances. Why people are not keeping track of their finances is beyond me. Like, you have to start keeping track of what you're paying for, because there's increases happening across the board. If you don't know what you're paying for, because a lot of times, like on the internet and stuff, things will come up. Oh yeah, I want to get that new Fire Stick channel, or this new thing from Amazon, and what, and all of a sudden, those bills are not the same amount that they were before. They went up $1, or they went up $2, or they went up $80. I just had my storage unit go up $80. So, these things all count. So you have to figure out, what do I need to keep, and what can get thrown out right now, so that I have extra money for the fun stuff. So it's like you really have to sit down into contemplation here and figure out what is the most important, necessary things that need to be paid, and watch their growth, and make phone calls. Call these places up and say, why did I get an increase? See if you sometimes just inquiring, they will lower it less, or they will not increase it, period, because you took the time to do this. And sometimes it really pays off. Whenever I see something like that happen, that something big occurs in my life that's negative, I always take the time to go into it and figure out what, like what's going on there, ask questions. Don't get mad. Don't be like yelling at the people on the phone. They're just customer service. It's usually up higher from bigger companies that are causing this to happen. But if you stay calm, and if you stay in the groove, again, go with the flow, be the empress, be nurturing, be kind, be just like in the moment of what is going on, and stay in the flow of the energy. Don't resist it, and something good usually always comes out of it. I've never ever, I did this from when I was even a lot younger, and never ever had issues with anything. Like, I always got something. I always got something in my favor, so it's always worth it to do it. All right, so let's clarify. Oh, look at that. You got the Nine of Pentacles. That's you. That's a Capricorn card. I mean, that could be your outcome if you just bring these things together here in a way that makes sense to you. Leave your emotions behind you. Think clearly. Take the blinders off. And just be in a space of flow. Again, the water is moving. This is flow. This is emotional energy in flow. So it's saying, don't get mad, don't get yourself worked up, just go with the flow of what's happening right now and get into a more creative mode. Take care of business. Come on, Capricorn, you know how to do this. Like, take care of business, take care of your business, your finances. Look at your life across the board in general. And you'll be able to get to another place. And again, I'm going to mention my Express Tarot because I could really go into these 12 aspects of life. So, you know, where you need to make changes and what you need to make changes on. Mary Magdalene keeps coming up today, and it's really funny. I know you can't see me, but I'm wearing all my I'm wearing my roses. I'm wearing all my roses today. And Mary Magdalene has come up twice in my reading because I'm a Capricorn, first of all, but that might not be the reason. Mary Magdalene is here to like guide us and teach us as well. Mary Magdalene is a teacher. And, you know, hopefully she's putting that energy through me so that I can also be of service in teaching you. So yeah, Mary Magdalene coming in for the Keepers of the Light today, really showing herself up strong, inspired me to put on roses, and then she showed up twice today during my shuffle. So there you go. Krishna, devotion, trust your spiritual guidance. Your commitment has been recognized. You are loved unconditionally. Okay, so this is like really saying your spiritual guidance, wherever you've been going to get help, wherever, you know, whatever, if that's like listening to a YouTube video, if that's, you know, doing a guided meditation, if that's going into nature, into the woods, wherever your spirit guides you in to do, wherever you can, look, the tree is coming up. I'm back to the new beginnings. Wherever you find this clarity and peace, that's where you can contemplate and go kind of into your hermit mode of all the good things that are coming up for you. Joie Cool has been coming up very often in the readings that I'm doing. Remember that you are on a path. Take one step at a time to happiness. So yeah, and here you go. There's your joy in right there. So yeah, I think that about covers it, Capricorn. I hope this brought some insight to you and you start bringing those new beginnings forward. Take care.